Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we got a major reveal for Black Ops 6 detailing all of the weapons, all the perks, equipment, everything like that we can expect within Black Ops 6 multiplayer. This is our weapons hot launch comms detailing basically the entire gunsmith system and what to expect here. So as we do dive into all the details, obviously we've had a lot of stuff revealed in the past couple of days, even more coming up early next week, and then of course launch where things kick into overdrive. If you want to guarantee you are always up to date with everything going on in COD, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and join us on the road to 1 million subs. And if you enjoy this video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated as well. But they get right into it. They say armaments intel, primary, secondary, and melee weapons across multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. So with this, we've got 25 primary weapons, 7 rifles, 6 SMGs, 2 shotguns, 3 LMGs, 4 marksmans, and 3 snipers, then 6 secondaries, 4 pistols, and 2 launchers, alongside 2 melee weapons as well, being the knife and the baseball bat. With overall player levels, it'll be very similar to what we've seen before. When your base rank, your base XP as you're going through, you get to level 52, you get a new LMG. At 53, you get the combat axe, so on and so forth. All the launch weaponry in Black Ops 6 have specific unlock criteria, and this is related to your player progression. Gain experience and play matches as you level up. You'll unlock weapons. Once you reach a particular level, you'll get there. So we get a full breakdown of every single weapon and when you unlock it here. So like you get some weapons immediately, like the XM4, the C9, the Marine SP shotgun. Others are going to be all level based, though. There's nothing that is not level based in terms of weapons. So if you reach rank 55, you'll have every weapon in the game unlocked. However, if you were to prestige, the weapons that you get at 37 or 43 will relock unless you have a blueprint for them. Perk notes: equip the following perks to affect the use of your weaponry in a variety of ways. So obviously the perks doing stuff with movement, speed, and everything going on there are all going to have inherent effects on everything when it comes to your weapons. But they actually give us the full details of every single gun in the game here. So for assault rifles, we've got the XM4, we've got the AK-74, the Ames 85. Obviously we had all of those within the beta. The GPR 91, this is unlocked at level 28. It's a full auto rifle. There kind of looks like the LSW, but as a rifle almost. We've got the Model L as well. We've got the Goblin MK2. Then we also have the AS Val returning in all of its glory, obviously one that we saw back in MW 2019. For SMGs, we've got the C9, obviously from the beta, the KSV, which kind of looks like a 74U in a sense, or almost like a mix of that and the Jackal PDW. We've got the Tanto 22. We've got the PP 919, or the Bison, basically there with that 64 round mag, the Jackal PDW, of course. Then also the Compact 92 as well. For shotties, the Marine SP, obviously, as we had in the beta. Then also the ASG 89. This is a semi-auto shotgun, so a bit more spray and pray like there. For LMGs, we got the PU 21. We also have the XMG, obviously had that in the beta. Then the GPMG 7 as well. Slower, heavier, packs a punch though across the board with all of those. For marksmans, we obviously have the SWAT 556. We've got the Sarkov, I think. Is it to Sarkov? I don't know if the T's silent or not. 762 there. We also have the AEK 973. Then we've got the DM10 from the beta as well. For snipers, we got the LW3A1 Frostline. We actually saw this teased in a trailer a few days back. We also have the SVD, of course, and then the LR762, obviously. Then for pistols, the 9mm PM. We've got the, oh man, how am I pronouncing this? The Grekova, hopefully I said that right. The GS 45, then also the Strider 22 in there as well. Then for launchers, we got the Sigma 2B, and then also the HE1, which is basically, it looks like an RPG free fire rocket launcher. Fires a high explosive 110mm warhead. Then for melees, as mentioned earlier, we got the knife. Then also the baseball bat's going to be a starting melee weapon at launch. We also get details though on the menus with loadouts, gunsmith, and attachments, everything going on there. So with this, it's going to still be your basic loadout screen. You're going to have 3 different types of weapons between your primary, your secondary, and of course your dedicated melee slot as well. There's also going to be the optional choices of equipment, perks, and then specialty if you're using all of your perks in the same tier as well, just like what we saw in the beta, of course. This blog details the first 3 loadout slots. You can add loadouts, creating a maximum of 10. You can set one as your favorite. You can rename as always, right? With content unlocks, you begin your Black Ops 6 journey with most of your loadout items locked. There's a wide variety of functional content you can unlock every time you level up. Be sure to check the progression. Each specific unlock box in this menu has an in-game mode applied to it, or simply the BO6 logo if your item's available in all modes. So you'll know what you're going to be able to unlock through multiplayer, zombies, Warzone alike, based on the logo designated with that there. They do talk more in the firing range. However, we learned a little bit about this yesterday. Basically, all the new features coming with that: a recoil plate, moving dummies, more stats being shown within that. Global weapon builds, we also know about these. Basically, once you build out a weapon, it's always going to save as a default blueprint, and you can quickly equip that across any modes: multiplayer, zombies, or Warzone, or you can save a custom variant if you want to save that build for later. Gunsmith intel. So with this, we already know that a lot of the attachments are just focused on pros, very minimal cons across the board, and also universal attachments are no more. Optics will be universal between the weapon class, but that's it. Other attachments are not going to be universal. So we get our basic attachment types, and this actually breaks it down pretty nicely here. Black Ops 6 weapon attachments, and says yes or no if you're going to have optics, muzzles, barrels, underbarrels, so on and so forth. So for instance, rifles don't have combs, SMGs don't have combs, but snipers do. Or rear grips, some shotguns have rear grips, but then snipers don't, so on and so forth. So not every attachment category is available in every weapon. That's kind of self-explanatory. We've known that before and obviously seen that. 5 attachments per weapon, 8 if you use the gunfighter wildcard. So yes, you can have up to 8 attachments on one weapon if you are going through and using that wildcard, which would be pretty crazy for sure. You could really kit it out to have maximum stuff. Ooh, we also get a look at our advanced stats here. So stat details, for those that require the nuance of analytical data regarding every single attachment, you can toggle the details on and off. We get a full breakdown of actual body damage, so that's actually really cool. We get the exact data on the body point. That's hopefully going to be accurate to make things very easy this year for testing. Then rate of fire, velo, target flinch, hip fire spread, movement speed, tons of advanced stats there. That's a huge W. You'll love to see that. We get a deep dive into some of the attachments, just basically showing off what some of them are going to be. We obviously had a good look at several of them though within the beta and where they're going to be available on. For instance, muzzles focus on accuracy, barrels focus on firepower is how they're describing it. Underbarrels focus on firepower and accuracy. Again, not something super revolutionary for Call of Duty by any means, having combs and having rear grips and stocks and so on and so forth. It's just going to be more streamlined than in years past. The fire mods will be a little bit different than some of the things that we've seen before, with various different triggers, rapid fire, recoil springs, so on and so forth. But these will actually be really useful in certain situations for sure. Then we also have an extra blog that dropped today involving the gear up. So this breaks down equipment, perks, specialties, wildcards, and other stuff like that. So with this, they are sort of recapping some of the stuff we just broke down with the loadouts here. We already know about this. As far as the overall tacticals go, there's going to be 8 with these between round-based, zombies, and multiplayer. So with these, we have the concussion, the flashbang, the spy cam, smoke, the prox alarm, the stim shot, the decoy, and the shock charge. And they actually go through and they show all of these as well and basically break these down. They'll also be unlocked at different level intervals. So same deal as the weapons. If you reach 55, you'll have every piece of equipment fully unlocked here. We also have our lethals of the frag, the sticky or the semtex, C4, the thermo grenade, the impact grenade, the molotov, the blast trap, the drill charge, and of course the combat axe as well. And we see a preview of some of those on there too. For field upgrades, we've got 11 in total: the assault pack, scramblers, signal lure, the morphine injector, war cry, spring mine, tac insert, trophies, neurogas, acoustic amp, and sleeper agent. So with these, some of them are a bit more self-explanatory, like assault pack's going to give you extra ammo. The spring mine's going to deploy an anti-infantry mine. Trophies block explosives and projectiles. Scrambler creates an area on the minimap where you can't see. Signal lure, reveal your position to enemies but earn bonus score if you actually get kills when that's active. War cry, rally your team and improve allies movement, and then also start regen. That's pretty cool. Attack insert, self-explanatory. You can choose where you spawn. Acoustic amp makes footsteps louder. For morphine injector, for duration, fatal damage puts you into last stand. Oh no, last stand is back. I hope that's not abused. Neurogas, which is a trap, of course. Then sleeper agent makes it look like you're on the enemy team and you show as a teammate for them. We also get our 21 perks, 3 specialties, and then various different wild cards as well. So 4 perk slots, we saw a lot of these in the beta already, but with this, we've got Dexterity, Gung Ho, Scavenger, Assassin, Bruiser, Bankroll, Double Time, Ghost, Ninja, Engineer, Forward Intel, Tracker, Cold-Blooded, Vigilance, Flak Jacket, Tack Mask, Dispatcher, Fast Hands, Gearhead, Guardian, and Quartermaster. So Enforcer's gonna have 7 of these, which obviously you stack these up, you get that Enforcer combat specialty. Then you go through, and the same deal with the Recon. There's going to be 7 of these as well. You stack any 3 of these between perk 1, 2, and 3. You get the Recon combat specialty. And then same deal again for Strategist. 7 perks here. I am curious to see if we see more perks added in throughout the year and we get added into Strategist, into Recon, and get other options there to stack, or maybe different combat specialties over time as well. Could be pretty cool. So our 3 total combat specialties between Enforcer, Recon, and Strategist, and those can sort of play into your playstyle if you're more run and gun style, or if you're more intel based, or whatever the case is. You can really play to your gameplay there, which is pretty cool. We do have 6 wild cards: Tac Expert, Overkill we already saw, Gunfighter we saw, Perk Greed we already saw. Then there's Prepper and Danger Close. So with this, Tac Expert is spawned with 2 extra tacticals. Overkill, self-explanatory. Gunfighter, self-explanatory. Danger Close is spawned with an extra lethal. Prepper is have 2 different field upgrades. Then Perk Greed is just an extra perk there. We also have 18 score streaks to go through and break down. So we've got Scout Pulsar, like a mini UAV, the RCXD, the Archangel Launcher, a UAV, counter UAV, SAM turret care package, Napalm Strike, Sentry turret, the LDBR, the Watchdog Helo, the AGR Mark 1, Hellstorm Interceptors, Strategic Bomber, the Harp is back, Chopper Gunner, and then the Dreadnought. So these again will also all be available when you go through and you rank up, and you can unlock these as you get to level 55. You'll be able to use Dispatcher to actually decrease the score of some of these as well, but like Scout Pulse being the lowest to unlock, and then you go through all the way up, more and more score required for each of these. UAVs currently are 600 still. I believe that's what it was in the beta as well. You get the LDBR, which is like a missile bombardment. You get the Hellstorm, obviously self-explanatory, at 1050 score. You go all the way up through the AGR MK1s, remotely piloted quick assault tank. So yes, there will be tanks rolling through as well, all the way up through the Dreadnought, which is a heavily modified gunship as well. So this is basically our first look at all of the gunsmith and loadout content within Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Obviously, come day 1, you guys already know I'm gonna be leveling up all my guns, testing out what's good, what's bad, giving you guys the intel for the best setups on the best weapons in the game. So stay tuned for a lot of announcements and intel drops like that. Obviously, the next few days I'll have even more reveals for BO6 as well. But that said, that's gonna wrap things up for this one. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like on it. And if you're new here, on your way out, hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications so you can always guarantee you're up to date with everything going on in COD. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.